Hey everyone, more P0400 talk. We've got two vehicles here at the moment with a P0400, and the first warning is don't get ripped off with a green machine clean. It even rhymes like I'm a poet and I didn't know it. No, seriously, there's all these different cleaning machines you can just plug in and it just cleans it all out. Well, how clean is that? Does that look clean to you? It's just been cleaned recently, and when they cleaned it, they put this plate in. And look, I can tell you the answers to the questions because I've been doing this for, being modest, over 10 years. I've seen a lot of these and I just know exactly what's happened. So with this one, it was throwing a P0400. So bloke's picked up the car. It's a bit of an older one, a little bit rough around the edges, not too bad. I think it's 260K. I think it's on original injectors. And the other thing I just want to say is subscribe, turn the bell on, because you're going to get lots of information. Like when you go to buy your used car and someone says, oh, you say, have the injectors been done? And they go, oh yeah, they have. And then you go, any paperwork? And they go, oh, I haven't got the paperwork, but yeah, they've definitely been done. That's bull crap, okay? So don't get sucked in, because I've heard that story from clients so many times. And then we do the job like this and we see the dates from the serial number. Guess what? Original injectors. So don't get sucked in by what these sellers say. Generally, they're selling their problems. You need to subscribe. You need to watch all the videos, get to know these cars well, so you know what problems to look out for and what you're going to be faced with, and costs, additional costs you're going to be faced with after you purchase this vehicle. That's right. Now, so what's happened with this one? We'll keep it simple. It's got a couple of issues, but we're going to talk about the P0400. So engine light comes on, P0400. Maybe he knew, maybe he didn't, because maybe he got a scan gauge or something similar. There's cheap scan tools. You've got to have something in your older vehicle, even your newer vehicle, to be honest, when they get older, but even not that old, when they're a year or two old. In the newer vehicles, you'll need something. But in the older vehicles, once they're 10, 15 years old, I highly recommend, even from day dot, to monitor your coolant temps, your transmission temps, your battery voltage, and be able to set some alarms, whether it's a scan gauge 2, scan gauge 3, or something cheaper. I've got scan gauges, AZ Scanners in Australia, one of the leading scan tools, but this is not what that video is about. You can get your stuff off them, or you can get it somewhere else, or you can get El Cheapo, whatever you want. We've got a whole scan tool playlist showing you some different scan tools. It doesn't mean I recommend any of those. It's just I test and use a few different ones and what I've kept and used in the vehicles. In the newer vehicles, I like the scan gauge 3. It's got a lot of outputs. Anyway, back to the P0400. You need to be able, when that engine light comes up, you don't need to be going into a panic. You don't need to be having to text Anthony, because it's not a text hotline. That's what the Facebook groups are for. You need to be on the Facebook groups in the community, ideally the VIP group. If you're a client ever going to be where client been to the Prada Hospital, got any sort of kits or parts off me whatsoever, or if your friends or family get in the VIP group, it's a place to be forever. Okay. So when you get that P0400, you can put it on. If you don't know what it is, everybody should know what the P0. I've got a whole playlist on 3 DTC codes, P0400, 1251 and 0046. Check those out. I probably forgot to put a lot of videos in there because I forgot I had that playlist. I think it's an important one, but it's just going to be repeating more crap like what I'm saying now. But this one, so I've got the P0400. It's all important information, so I don't care. Some people go and get on with it. What do you know? I've got lots for you. I've got lots and lots. So just relax. And they put the plate in and they cut out the extra slots. Anyway, that's another story. So P0400, so he takes it to the mechanic or the mobile mechanic that comes to, whatever it is. I can't remember. I've got too many cars here, too many stories. And this guy does, on this one, I'm just going to get it right now. So this is one, he took it in for us. He got a bit of a service done, and they plugged in the machine and cleaned the intake and the EGR and everything. You can see it's nice and clean. And they put the plate in from Stop It. And we know what it looks like once it's clean and the plate goes in. We've seen it at 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 Ks later. The hole doesn't block up. Now, there's someone in the comments that's going, I still don't understand why the hole doesn't block up. Now, I still don't understand why you haven't got into the EGR information playlist, watched the videos, got yourself educated, learnt so many things, including why that hole doesn't block up. So no, I'm not going to tell you. I'll confirm the hole doesn't block up and the information's already been provided. I might remember to tell you later in this video just to get you to hang around, but if you don't know why that hole doesn't block up, you're probably already gone anyway, so whatever. So this intake, it's going to be the normal amount of dirty, caked up, whatever, you know, you can see the back of that. That hasn't been cleaned. There's nothing cleaned about it, right? So some people might think, oh, it's not too bad, it's pretty clear. Well, I'll tell you why it's pretty clear, because that's how some engines are. Some are worse, some are just about like that, some are not too bad, some are in the middle, they all vary. We don't really know what it was, but I can tell you a cleaning machine, if it's putting chemicals in there to try and wash this stuff out, firstly, if it doesn't clean off the back of the throttle body butterfly, which is the first thing, the front of the engine where the mess starts, right? And it's always clean on that side. The stuff's on the back of it. If it doesn't clean that, it hasn't cleaned anything. Next thing it goes through, well, it doesn't really matter. These are the next two components, right? You can see that's pretty typical because it hasn't really got to the where the mess happens yet. So the mess, the mess starts here. It comes in the hole at the bottom there, right? And you can see that's just typical. That lifts up, it opens up, and that's where the crap comes in. And this cleaning product, maybe some of it's gone past there and it's sort of cleaned up a bit. But just like the engine oil does on these older cars, it's a 120, bit more Ks, bit more blow-by on the engine, and a bit more blow-by oil goes past, and it sort of cleans it up like that anyway. They end up looking like that at about 300,000 anyway, based on averages. They all vary. Then it goes into this elbow here, and you can see it's just typical, to be quite honest. We'll go and have a look at the manifold in a minute. Again, it's not a heavy build-up, but the point is these cleaning machines just don't work. Now, how do I know they don't work? Well, if I need to spend an hour cleaning an Egr cooler to get with lots of degreasers, scrubbing, pressure washing, all sorts of cleaning, if I or we, because I wouldn't do that, would I? That stuff is not coming off without physical hard scrubbing. You'd need to have a miracle chemical. And if you had a miracle chemical that cleaned that off and it works, hey, bring your machine, I'll organise a car and you show me how it works. We'll pull it apart afterwards and have a look how clean it is, because it's not going to happen. Now, the next problem is what's in here and in your manifold. If there was a miracle product that could push this through, you would have 1, 2 or 3 cups of solid crud going through the engine that you can't compress. So you'd need to spread it over an amount of time. You'd need to have the engine somehow running for a day and a controlled cleaning process. It'd need to be running for 10 hours or something to slowly dissolve and get all that out. Because if it went through like a miracle product all at once, you're going to smash your engine, right? So it all makes sense that this cleaning machine's garbage idea and it doesn't work, right? Everyone got it? Because that's what's happened here and it didn't work. So they've cleaned it with a machine, $1,200 later, a bit of a service, whatever they did, I don't know the details. I haven't got the invoice. All I remember is $1,200, plugged in the machine, cleaning. They put the plate in. They couldn't figure out how to install the proper K-on plate without cutting extra slots in. That's a proper K-on or something. No, it's not a K-on. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is a K-on. It says K-on on it. Yeah, it is a K-on and it's black. Right, it's like it's been spray painted black, but it's not thick and sticky. Wonder why it's not thick and sticky. Wonder why it doesn't block up. Anyway, I'll keep talking a bit longer yet. I'm nearly done. So they've done their machine clean, they've put the plate in, and guess what happens to the vehicle? It still gets the P0400. Now, if people watch the videos, they'll know I've said what can and can't and does and doesn't cause the P0400. The P0400 generally isn't going to be caused by a blocked up intake. It's not, even this is though your EGR valve, it's not going to be caused by this being blocked up. It's probably not going to be caused by this not being able to move, and you can see it's moving. See that shiny mark, you know, right about in the middle there. Where's my laser? Thanks, Paul, but the laser's, where do I put it? It's over there somewhere anyway. It's always somewhere, just not where I need it. But we'll make use of it. That's good, the laser. Don't replace your EGR valve. That's expensive. It's probably going to be working fine in 9,999 cases out of 10,000. The EGR valve isn't going to fix it either, so don't do that. It's probably someone's worked on it recently. There's a number of things that could be problems. It should be in that P0400 playlist. I'll try and remember to put all these videos into that playlist as well. The reason that doesn't block up is because there's no oil near it. The oil is the glue. Bada bing, bada boom. If the oil's the glue and there's no oil there, then the hole can't block up. So what has caused the P0400? We're working on that. We're going to check the Egr cooler. It's probably partially blocked. And we'll take it from there. Bada bing, bada boom. Catch you in the next video. Don't bother getting green machine cleans. Ciao.